Master and all those enemies. And then then his Why, hello YouTube, and welcome to another one of my Doctor Who Regeneration reviews. Today I review Doctor Who Logoplis, starring Tom Baker, Matthew Waterhouse, Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton and Anthony Ainley as the Master. This is the final adventure of Tom Baker's Fourth Doctor. So it says written by Christopher H. Bidmaid, or whatever it says, and directed by Peter Grimwade, or whatever. So yes, Doctor Who Logoplis. So, the plot summary: the Doctor and Adric head to Earth to fix the TARDIS chameleon circuit, hoping to restore the time machine's ability to blend into its surroundings. But once there, they face danger involving a newly regenerated Master and a feisty young air hostess called Tegan Javanka, How can the people of the distant planet Logoplis help? And just who is the strange ghostly figure watching the Doctor's every move? This was broadcasted on BBC One between the 28th of February to the 21st of March 1981. So there are 4 episodes in this one. As you can see that ghostly figure there. So it's 4 episodes long, so like I just said, they attempt to fix the chameleon circuit, and they go to the planet Logopolis in the hope to do that. But then there's trouble afoot when the Master, played by Anthony Ainley, newly regenerated from the previous story, The Keeper of Traken, the Master is up to his old tricks and comes across the Doctor. Also, the Watcher, we don't know who he is until near the end. The Doctor seems to find out who he is and takes one good look into the future and he's like, we best be prepared for the worst. So, yes. Also, we see the return of Nyssa, played by Sarah Sutton, who was in the previous story as Nyssa, Tremas's daughter. Tremas was a good guy in the last serial that was before this one, and his body was taken by the Master and he regenerated into his body, making it young and taking over it. So the Master, like I just said, up to his old business, trying to ruin the Doctor's plans and everything, and ends up at this power station where he sort of has this power on it to cause a massive meltdown. He blackmails the universe into helping him, into surrendering to him. But of course the Doctor won't stand for that, and the Doctor puts up a fight against him, and of course unfortunately he plummets to his death, which causes his regeneration. Now, other things about the story was, I thought quite a lot of it was boring. I mean, I had made out it's just really adventurous and action packed, but I think a lot of it is. Most of the episodes and that are boring. Not much happens in it apart from the Master. We don't even see the Master until the end of part 2. I don't know why, because, you know, we saw him regenerate at the end of the Keeper of Traken and stuff, so I don't know why they're keeping that a mystery for with the Master. But, yeah, also, no one knew what the Watcher were, the ghostly figure, that's what he's called, the Watcher, until the very end, when the Fourth Doctor plummets to his death from fighting the Master. He hangs onto a satellite. He has visions of all his arch nemesis that have always hated him, saying Doctor, including a Dalek, Cybermen, Centauran, the Master, and all those enemies. And then then his companions watch him plummet to his death, and they run up to him, and they're like, Doctor, and then he has visions of all his companions throughout his life. And then he just smiles and says that it's the end and the moment has been prepared for. We then find out that the Watcher is the ghostly... I'm thinking, is it a ghost of the Fifth Doctor? When the Fifth Doctor dies, does his spirit just live on and become the Fifth Doctor yet again? There's a fly in the bloody room. So yeah. The last couple minutes or so are good. But yeah, I did think quite a lot of the story was a bit flat, bland. But yeah, I did like the final sequences, and you know, the regeneration, it was good effects to say it wasn't computer generated. What they did was they had Tom Baker lay there, then they cut the camera, go to the guy who's playing the Watcher, cut the camera, have Peter Davison looking all ghostly, cut the camera, and then have him take all the makeup off, put Tom Baker's costume on, lay down and stuff, and he then smiled and got up and was like all mind blown. But then the story just ends there, and that's also the end of the season in 1981. We never found out what happened next until 1982, when the Doctor was in his post-regeneration state in the serial, the 4-part serial Castrovalva. You know, Logoplis is in this like trilogy box set called New Beginnings. It has 3 serials. It has the Keeper of Traken there. It also has Logoplis, which I've just shown you, and Castrovalva with Peter Davison. So, yes, Doctor Who Logoplis. So, now for my final thoughts and ratings. Yeah, like I've just told you, it was boring in most parts, but good in some. So, with that being said, I'm going to give Doctor Who Logoplis, I'm going to give it 3, I'm afraid. 3 ghostly watchers out of 5. So that has been my review on Logoplis. So yeah, join me next time where I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Who, The Caves of Androzani, where the 5th Doctor meets his inevitable regeneration. So yeah, until then, I bid you all a goodbye friends, goodbye. Oh yes, don't forget to click down below to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, you can follow me up on social media, Facebook, Twitter, so you can stay up to date with me and see what I get up to outside of the YouTube world. So yeah, be sure to do all that. Shh.